Welcome, everyone, to episode 39 of Over the Line Podcast on the Degenerate Sports Network. We are getting into the divisional rounds, national championship, and some non-sports bets for us this week. Just kidding. We do have some sports bets outside of football. But we were joking. This is what we're going to be living off here in the next few weeks. So I guess we got to start getting into it a little bit. But how did last week go for everyone? We're
lost the car too, Casey.
I found it. I found your car.
That's
I
not
found
good.
the freaking car.
If you found it, oh no. People who took it, you probably want to give it back.
But no, last week went pretty well. I almost went perfect. I hit like my lock, my underdog, and my favorite bet last week. And I was one away from hitting my 6-leg parlay. The only game I didn't get right was the goddamn Eagles.
Yeah.
Cry, Eagles, cry.
Yeah, they deserve it though. What a disaster class.
Yeah, but I don't deserve it, Shane. And
no,
that's
you
what
don't.
Matters.
Well, that was your fault though a little bit for betting. I did it too. I can't.
Yeah.
Actually, I bet the over, and they didn't hit that either. So I'm screwed. I got screwed up too.
Yeah, that was a weird game. Kevin Patullo should be not coaching offense anywhere near the NFL. And also Jalen Hurts stinks.
Yeah, I don't think he's good, man. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can go there with him anymore.
No.
Like, there's just
his best throw of the night got dropped. So
yeah, AJ Brown also probably needs somewhere else to be.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's either you keep him or it's either you get rid of him or he fights Sirianni on the sidelines next year.
Yeah,
like they're gonna literally fight.
Yeah, they probably should.
Yeah, but
just get it over with, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how. I feel like the Niners are playing on house money right now. Didn't expect them to make it to this week, but we'll see what happens at this point. But yeah, last week I had one of my best weeks last week, so I'm excited about that.
That's how you found my car.
Yeah, that's how I found your car. I mean, the only bet I lost was the Rams minus 10.5.
That's the only one I hit. That's the only one I hit.
I know.
Yeah.
Of my 3, my parlay was pretty good. I just missed the other 2 of my 3 I picked. So
yeah, Bryce Young looked great.
He did.
I'm happy for him because it was looking bleak for him for a minute. Like everyone was calling for him. He got benched, but came back. I think he's going to be like a guy that sticks around the league for a while. I think we're finally starting to see the new crop of quarterbacks that are going to stay around, and it's nice to see. There's always like that limbo period. I don't know how you guys feel like when the old guys are starting to get out of the game, and then there's we might have 1 to 3 guys that are still solid, like Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, but it's like after that, it's like, damn, are we going to have ass quarterback play from everywhere else? But it's starting to pick up, which is nice to see. The league's in good hands, it seems.
I think so.
Yeah.
And back in 2027, when all the quarterbacks who aren't coming out in this class get to play, maybe some of them will be good too.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an insane class.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was today though. Like we said the same exact thing about like this year.
Yeah.
Now it's
yeah, but they were talking about people like Drew Aller and Cade Klubnik.
Yeah.
And Garrett Nussmeier. I don't know if this I think that there's less likelihood that these guys are just bad next year. There's always the injury questions of like, what if all of them got hurt? But it's like that's just football, man. Like you can't really play with that as an idea. Like you just got to roll with it.
Yeah.
So
it's so crazy for Moore though. I mean, he would have for sure made like $40 million. On his rookie contract. Like $40 million. Like I get it. I get it, and you also don't want to go to the Jets. Like that totally makes sense. But
yeah,
it's like damn. If I had that, I might take.
Yeah. Did he decide already?
Yeah, he's going back.
Yeah, he's staying at Oregon.
Yeah, he's going back to school.
Yeah, Ryle is punching air right now.
I think he honestly probably knew that was happening. I think he needs a redshirt year anyway with the injury. Yeah. Apparently, he's not going to be ready for spring.
Yeah,
he probably doesn't mind just waiting a year to play.
Yeah, still pissed me off that Mahomes wore that Oregon jersey, and then the next day he committed that just like ultimate troll job. Like there had to be some inside job.
The worst part is he only was wearing it because Texas Tech lost to Oregon.
Yeah,
so
and it just pissed me off. Like it for no reason.
we know the reason. It's because it's bad. It does. Yeah. It looks stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
just
all right, Dylan, that was a joke.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to go there. If anything, you should have gone to Texas Tech. If anything,
Yeah.
So,
well, Sorsby's there, I think.
Yeah,
right?
they gave Sorsby a bag, which is
hey,
hilarious.
Hey, we'll see what happens.
Sorsby's probably going to make more at A&M next year than he might ever make like in his entire NFL career.
Yeah, that was
find out.
Probably.
That was an interesting choice by them, but hey, that's whatever. All right, let's go ahead and get into the betting portion of this show. Is why we're all here. I know we talked about before we get into our football bets, we do have a few bets from outside of that world. So let's go ahead and kick it off, Don. I know you have some very interesting bets for us tonight. If you want to go ahead, I don't even know how you would say that. Not how do they start a match? It's not like a tip off or a kickoff. What is it?
Grapple.
Yeah,
I mean a match.
Yeah,
but we got wrestling. We got some college wrestling on Friday night. We got Penn State, Iowa, which used to be like a really big duel and like used to be like really close, and now not so much. And Iowa's still like a top 5 team in the country, but Penn State is favored at 26.5 right now. And understand a normal like college wrestling match would probably be scored around 18-12 would be like a normal college wrestling match. So like this is pretty crazy. Basically this line insinuates that Penn State's going to win like 9 out of 10 weight classes, which is a lot for like wrestling the 5th ranked team in the country.
Yeah, college wrestling is fascinating to me right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
But with that, I am taking Iowa plus 26.5. I'm betting against Penn State this week.
I mean,
just because I think Penn State is vulnerable enough that like there's at least 4 toss-up matches, and at least one that I'd be surprised if Iowa didn't win. So I think Iowa will win at least 2 bouts. I mean, the only way Penn State covers 26.5 is if all their freshmen just turn out to be like absolute freaks and like really have huge nights, which is very possible because their freshmen are absolute freaks.
Yeah.
PJ Duke is already on the national team at 18. He's already wrestling for Team USA and pinned the guy he had to wrestle for the spot on Team USA. Pinned him.
Jeez.
Like a mid-20s, basically professional.
A grown man.
Yeah.
Basically.
Pinned his ass.
Yeah.
At Final 10 this year. So, Penn State's a wagon, to say the least. And it's kind of crazy that these are the spreads. But, yeah, I'll take Iowa to cover.
Yeah. I mean, as long as Penn State doesn't just keep on with the football like they did this year and just completely melt down, I think they should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of impossible for them to melt down in wrestling right now. I mean, they have like, let's put it this way. If Penn State wrestled an all-star team of like the best non-Penn State wrestler at every weight class, there's a decent chance Penn State still wins the match.
It's not great if you're the rest of college wrestling.
Yeah. So if Penn State does take a dive this year, I'm marking this clip right.
Oh yeah,
and blaming it on you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I can see that. It seems like they cornered the market. So, all right, Jake, what do you got for us tonight?
Well, I don't have any college wrestling, unfortunately. I do have a couple NBA picks. These are all for tomorrow. So first one I have is the Lakers minus 5.5 against the Hornets, because I'm just going to bet against the Hornets here. The Lakers have been playing pretty well recently. I think they can get 5.5 at home. And then I took the Suns at plus 6.5 against the Pistons. I just feel like the spread is a little bit big. I know the Pistons are first in the East, but the Suns have been kind of sneakily good this year. And
aren't they ahead of Houston in the standings right now?
Yeah, I think they're like
that's pretty funny, isn't
like
it?
the 6th seed or something. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It changes like every day, but yeah. So I have the Suns there. I think they can keep that close. I did take the Spurs minus 7.5 against the Bucks, just because Milwaukee they just need to blow it up. They're not even in the play-in right now. They're behind all like the normal play-in teams, like the Hawks and Bulls.
Normal play teams. I love it.
Well, I mean, like the Hawks, the Bulls, and like who else am I thinking of? The Heat. Like those teams are constantly in the play-in.
They are the banner play-in team since it became a thing. Like they always be around there.
Yeah,
it's basically just the Atlanta Hawks Invitational at this point.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, maybe not anymore. We'll see. But
yeah.
Thought they're a glorious leader.
Spurs are good at home. I'm going to take them at 7.5 points there. And then the last one I had was where'd it go? Oh, the Thunder minus 4.5 against the Rockets, because the Rockets kind of disappointing. And I mean, I feel like you could bet on the Thunder every game.
All right. Do you want to give your NHL bet?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot you had NHL picks, Jake.
Because I can then throw.
NHL too.
Yeah. I'll throw my NBA after you, just so you can go.
Okay. Well, let me pull them up real quick.
Okay.
All right. So first one I'm rolling with, I'm just taking the Canadiens money line against Buffalo at plus 100. I don't really know why I know they're on the road, and Buffalo's been like a little surprising, but this is still the first place team in the division against the last place team in the division. So I'm going to take the plus 100 there for Montreal. Kind of don't know why they're underdogs in that one. I'm going with the Capitals minus 1.5 at plus 124 against the Sharks. I kind of just like the odds here. I think they probably will win this game. Like the Sharks are a surprising team this year, but this feels like a game they lose. And this could be as simple as like an empty net goal in the last minute or two that caps it off. But Washington they're just much better right now, and they're getting the Sharks at home, and it's plus 124. So I think that's pretty good value for that. Then I had Columbus minus 1.5 against Vancouver. This one's at plus 130, which again I think is pretty good value, which is why I'm rolling with it. Columbus is not that impressive, but Vancouver has been terrible. They traded Quinn Hughes earlier this year and are kind of just tanking ever since. So I'll take a mid Columbus team at home for plus 130 there. They can just win by 2. And then the last one I had was the Islanders money line at plus 146 against the Oilers, because New York has quietly been really good this year, and Edmonton it just has some goalie problems. They had goalie problems at the beginning of the year, and then they traded for the Penguins goaltender, and he's been
not so great.
Did you see the goal he gave up yesterday?
I did not, but I know he hasn't been good.
It was overtime, and he skated all the way out to like the blue line to try to play a puck, and he missed it. He just gave up like a wide open empty net goal. But yeah, fun stuff. So that's a plus 146. So those four together come out to plus 2,434. So decent value there. $5 would pay out to 121. So
nice.
A little something.
Very good. All right, I do have my NBA parlay. Let me pull that up here. I have Magic minus 4.5 at home against the Grizzlies, because the Grizzlies are probably trading John Morant, as they probably should, and they're bad.
Mm-hmm. He's fighting with us. Did you see him just arguing with his teammate?
I don't need to. Let me put it this way: I haven't watched any basketball this year because I'm too busy to do it. But even if I could, I wouldn't be watching them. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
I'll check in with them in a couple years, see if I'm interested again. We'll see. Pistons minus 6.5. I actually do think they're going to take care of the Suns at home pretty comfortably. So I think I'm opposite of you on that one, Jake. Thunder minus 4.5 because unless they're playing the Spurs, basically, I'm probably going to just assume they're going to cover. Spurs, speaking of which, -7.5 as well. I'm with you on that. The Bucks definitely need to just stop trying entirely and probably just sell everything they have and try it again.
Future Sixer, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Sure, man. Why not? Send him wherever you want. I assume they'd probably send him out west just because. But
yeah.
I don't know. And then Lakers -4.5. Actually, I got a point, so it'll be 5 points or something like that. Just because, Jake. Sorry, since you got them at -5.5 at home against the Hornets, because again, it's the Hornets. So what are you gonna do? Yeah. That altogether is plus 2,341.
Nice.
So
it's pretty healthy.
Pretty healthy.
I don't have any outside NFL bets, but I do just want to shout out Cincinnati Reds fans because the ownership group, the Castellini family, was at the University of Xavier tonight because they're announcing some partnership with the university for the next 10 years. And the whole crowd just booed the dog shit out of them. Couldn't even hear them talking. So
nice.
Thank you, Reds fans, for keeping up with the good work out there. Let them know that we're disappointed in what they're doing. So shout out to them.
Are they selling right now?
Love to see
They're
that.
never gonna sell, bro. They have a cash cow.
No, but I mean, are they are players?
No, they're just doing their typical thing where they're riding out the contracts of these young guys, and then once they can't pay them, they'll trade them off for younger guys, and then bring those guys up, and then they'll sign a 10-year veteran for
the same thing that 15 MLB teams do.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, then they'll sign a 10-year veteran and pay him $5 million more than what he's worth a year, and then we'll just cut him. Yeah. We'll DFA him in June, and that'll be it. So, shout out Reds fans. Make sure let them know. So, fuck the
Love to see it.
But let's go ahead and get into football. I know that's why we're all here. We have one game left in college football. It's sad, but who would have thought Indiana, Oregon? If you'd asked me, or Indiana, Miami. I'm sorry. I had Oregon on the brain because we were talking about Raiola earlier. But if you'd asked me, 10 years ago, if you would have thought Indiana, Miami be playing for a national championship in 2026, I would have laughed in your face. So
in basketball?
Yeah, in basketball.
Yeah, it does sound like a basketball final.
Yeah, but congrats to those two teams. We'll go ahead and kick it off. The line was at 8.5 today when I checked it.
Yeah.
And it makes me uncomfortable, even though Indiana's just been dominating. It just feels like it should be more than that, but it's not. So I took over 47.5 and Indiana -6.5 together. I parlayed that. I bought some points, and that's at plus 178.
Okay.
I like that. I should parlay mine. I did something.
Yeah, because 8, I touchdown at 7. Them winning by 7, I feel so much more comfortable than anything else. If it was 7.5, I just couldn't do it. I had to go 6.5 on it.
And did you take the under? You said
no, the over in that game. Yeah,
cool. I am on the under there, under 48.5. I just think this is going to be a pretty tight. I think it's just going to be kind of tight defensively for the most part. But I'm with you. Actually, I handicapped this game at 8.5, and then I saw the spread come out, and I was like, "Ooh, 7.5. Let's sit on this and see if it moves down a little bit." And then it jumped exactly at 8.5. I was like,
"Yeah,
damn it." Yeah. So I got an alternative spread. I'm taking Miami plus 11.5. I got that at -155. Just because, I just think, I don't know. I think this is going to be one of those games where Miami really kind of struggles to try to stay within a score. That's really, I feel like, where this game's at. I feel like Indiana's probably going to win this game by at least 8. It's just a matter of how much they win by. I think they do enough to hang around within 11, maybe even kick that field goal to get within 8 right before the end of the game in kind of garbage time.
Yeah,
that's kind of where I see this game going. Unless I don't know, Carson Beck is looking very dangerous lately.
Why is it every time he throws a ball, it looks like it's floating in the air for a half a minute?
Not a good quarterback.
Yeah. It's like he throws it and then the time slows down. I just don't understand.
That's how I felt watching Gardner Minshew play quarterback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ball just takes way too long to get there.
Yeah.
That's because Carson Beck went down to Miami and somehow got even more cocaine skinny.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's tough watch, even when it's working.
Yeah. I don't know why I said somehow. He went to Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dipping into Michael Irvin's
So I was going to say, who's on the sideline there?
I can't wait to get the camera angles of him on the sideline, just like on all fours like a dog. Like during this game, it's going to happen at least like 10 times.
I love
it's
it.
It's going to be a 3rd and 7 in like halfway through the third quarter, and he's going to be like barking.
Yeah.
I love Cristobal for letting that happen.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
I don't think he has a choice.
Probably not too much, but like, I imagine he has at least some say over that.
Yeah.
Because he's like right there with he is just, it's almost.
Yeah, I know. Imagine trying to imagine being the defensive coordinator trying to yell at your defense, and he's just right next to you.
So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My internet killed me for like 15 seconds, and I just come in and I just hear something about barking, and I was confused for a second, and then I realized who you're talking about. I'm like, oh, right. That's right. Yeah, I should have known. Just watch out for that belt,
Yeah. Just laying into the defensive line. He's just whipping the shit out of a garbage can next to you.
I would be concerned if I was playing for Miami that he might do something that we can't do anything about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Runs out onto the field.
Keep that man away from me.
Imagine
he would run out on the sideline, tackle a breakaway runner or something.
Mendoza
not on my watch.
Out.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, yeah. Indiana, man. Like, if Indiana really is about to win their first national championship. Once Netty's thing, it looks like long-term. And now they got this Mark Cuban money rolling in. Is Indiana about to be, a powerhouse?
Sure seems like it. It's
good for college football.
Yeah.
Then he just has to find his successor, eventually. So.
Yeah. All right, Jake, what do you got?
I did take the over in this one. I just thought 47.5 wasn't that crazy. I don't. If it was a little higher, I probably wouldn't have taken it, but I think they can get to that. That's just about mid-20s for both teams.
Yeah.
And then I did take
same as the average age of the rosters.
Probably. I did take Indiana minus 8.5. I was also scared of the 8.5 points here. That is a lot, and I totally can see them winning this game by 8. I feel like I have a fear that'll happen, but I don't know. Something stupid like that. But my gut just tells me that Indiana is so much better than Miami, and that's kind of why I'm rolling with it. I don't know. I feel like this could get burned. I thought about also taking an alternate spread, but I don't know. I think they're more than 8.5 points better than Miami.
They are.
Let's put it this way. I think it's more I think there's a better chance of Indiana winning this game by 20 than there is of Miami winning this game, period.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. I have Indiana minus 8.5. I think this might get ugly quickly. If Miami's offense doesn't do something pretty early on in the game, it might get bad really fast. I know Miami's defense has played really well. I just feel like that Indiana offensive line can handle that group as well as anybody can. And if they give Mendoza time and the running backs room, it's going to get bad. I just think so. So I'll take 8.5 pretty comfortably. And then I also have the over. I think that Indiana might get most of the way there if they have a good night. And then it's just on Miami to, do enough to keep it to that point. Yeah. So I feel pretty good about both of those, which means that Indiana will win by 8, and it'll be 25-17 or whatever it would be. Yeah. So, and then nobody's happy. So
the 8.5 is just hard to small at this point. But like you said, Dalton, I agree. I think it's more likely they win by 3 touchdowns, and Miami can even cover at this point.
Yeah. When's the last time we had a good national championship game? I'm trying to remember. Last year's kind of a blowout.
Kind of. Yeah.
It got interesting at the end.
It did, but like it wasn't really fun for a lot of it.
Yeah.
And
Michigan
beat
Washington pretty well. Like, I mean, it was close-ish, but like Washington was never really in that game.
Let's see. I am curious. So if we go just during the college football playoff era,
Alabama, Georgia,
I would say, yeah, the overtime game. When Tua of all people,
that's right,
hit Devontae Smith on the touchdown to win the game.
That's right.
Because every other game, what's up?
How many years ago was that?
2017.
Jesus, that's the last time we had.
2017 is the last time it was a 1-score game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Georgia-Alabama game wasn't.
In 2021.
I mean, that was close. Wasn't it like a late, like.
It was a late kind of crushing of like Georgia. Really
it was at least like a little closer than the score.
I think so. LSU Clemson kind of was fun for a minute, and then LSU just poured it on.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Alabama.
Yeah, there is a lot of.
2018, it was a field goal.
There was 3 straight. So it started with Ohio State dominating Oregon. That was the Mariota Cardell Jones game, which was funny. And then Alabama Clemson 2 times in a row was really good. And then Alabama Georgia, and then since then it's been kind of meh.
Yeah. Clemson blew out Alabama in 2019.
Yeah.
And then got wrecked by LSU.
They did.
I did not realize Clemson got there 4 out of 5 years.
Yeah, they were.
I didn't realize they were in it that often.
Lawrence and he who shall not be named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know there's no like proof in this right now, but I feel like with the way NIL is going right now, and I think a lot of teams are, not all teams, because there are still some teams just throwing money at the problem and it's not fixing anything. But I think some teams are going to start be more smart when they recruit guys and pay their players. And I think we're going to start seeing some better competition in the next couple years. I think the next 2 championships could still be a blowout, but I think after that it's going to kind of correct itself a little bit. I'm hoping is what I'm seeing at this moment, but who knows at this point.
We'll see.
But that's the national championship. We'll come back next Wednesday, and either all of us are going to be super sad or –
except Dalton. It's really Dalton against the world here because he's the only one with the, like – well, no, he
just has the under.
You just have him covering, So it'd be the under would be the thing that you're looking to beat.
Yeah, I got it at under 48.5.
That's better.
There's a world where we can all hit, right?
48,
48.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right, we need a final score of 48 and Indiana to win.
What would it be?
By 9 points.
31-17 Indiana.
Yeah, that
doesn't help me.
No, 30. It'd be 28-20. 20. It would be after 21. 20. It'd be 27 to something. I think is what it would be.
27 to.
No, it'd be 29 to 20.
19.
29 and 19 is what it would have to be.
Yeah, because that's a normal football score.
Yeah, that'll happen. Turns out folks were cooked.
With that Miami defensive line, they could get a safety randomly somewhere. You never know.
Or like just a bunch of field goals.
Yeah. Weirdly placed field. 5 field goals, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, for Indiana.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
And then just a 4 field goal game for Miami.
Well, no, what you do is you get 2 touchdowns. You go for 2 on one of them, try to get back in the game. You miss it. It's 13 to whatever, and then they try again they get another touchdown, but they miss that 2.2. So
there we go.
Did it. We did the math. We got it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so there we go. We figured it out. But that's the national championship. Let's go ahead and get into the NFL. We got the divisional round. Some good games. The wild card. We just an applause to the wild card round. That was a great round.
First 4 games were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of petered out at the end there, but
yeah. That was one of the worst. The Monday night game was one of the worst playoff games of all time.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to cover the only truly awful one because the Chargers Patriots at least was like sort of interesting for a minute until Justin Herbert.
It was at least like close. Like
yeah,
I don't know, but I guess the Steelers.
The Steelers. There's never been a team more out of a game when down by one than the Steelers were in the fourth quarter of that game. No team has ever been farther away from winning a game while down.
Yeah, it was 7-6, and still every time the Texans went out there, I was like, the Steelers can't afford to give up any points right now.
No shot.
And it was sad because it was like C.J. Stroud was literally just handing them the ball.
He crapped his pants on live.
There was one where he acted like he was gonna throw it, and then it just like he stopped, and he just like went like that. And it was like, I don't know what is going on here.
I don't know. Something was broken in that man, but
I've never seen him look so hesitant as he did in that game. Yeah. Like he just he did not want to throw the ball. But you only need one touchdown against the Steelers. So
Yep.
So sorry about that, Shane. But
but
hey,
the Christian Kirk legacy game.
The bad man's gone.
He's not a bad man. He's just the problem is that he's such a good man that they can't be bad enough to become good. Maybe they could become bad enough to become good now. We'll see.
Yeah. So. Well, the Steelers are gonna have to act fast because apparently their offensive coordinator is getting a head coaching interview with.
I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. If Arthur Smith wants to go coach the Cardinals, I think.
The Steelers decide they have to act fast and they promote him to head coach.
I will not. I won't be a fan of the team anymore. I'll cover the team.
If I have to cover a team coached by a head coach by Arthur Smith, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I will say Rooney already put that to bed, saying that there's no coach on the coaching staff that will be considered for the job, and that some of them may
not even Terrell Austin.
Yeah, right. That's who I was more worried about was Terrell Austin, honestly. But I think that there's a chance that some of the staff stays if whoever they hire wants that to be the case, but that they will have full control over the staff, which is really good to hear. Anyway, we'll talk about coaching.
Yeah,
later.
We'll talk about. I was going to say we'll get into coaching later. We do have a little segment for that, but let's just go ahead and we'll start off with the Saturday game. That's at 4:30, I believe, Eastern. Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos. I think the line was 1.5, so it's just a toss-up at this point. But what we're going to do here for everyone, I know we usually do like a favorite lock and a underdog. I know Dalton's still going to do that a little bit, but we're just going to pick each game and go around. Just hold on with us, but we're going to get to every game here. But with this game, I'm just taking Bills money line. I think the Bills are going to get to the Super Bowl, but this is going to be a tough match for them. And I think that everyone's thinking the Denver Broncos are just going to suffocate them and pull out an ugly win. But I think the Bills are going to figure it out again this week and get the win.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got the money line at -108. This is not sustainable what Denver's been doing all year. And like, if at the end of the game, this is a field goal game, or if it's a one-score game and Josh Allen has the ball, the Broncos are probably going to lose. Like, I do legitimately think that. Like, you can't just keep doing this all year. It just doesn't work eventually. And you can't also do nothing on offense for 3 quarters and then expect to put it together in the fourth quarter in the playoffs. Buffalo's got a solid enough defense that they're not going to let Bo Nix just have some random crazy fourth quarter and like they're going to score. They're not going to score 20 points in the fourth quarter like they do all the time. Like, it's just not going to work.
Yeah. I do think Buffalo's going to win this one, but I just took them at +1.5. Because the odds weren't that great for their money line, so I thought it was a little more safe. But I kind of, to piggyback off what Dalton said, I just trust Josh Allen more than Bo Nix in a playoff game. Like late in the fourth quarter, I trust the Bills more here. They just, as a team, have been there before and had a lot of success when they're not playing the Chiefs. So I don't think it's gonna be easy because I mean Josh Allen has like no receivers at all. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't think Denver is right now able to beat a team that's as familiar with the playoffs as the Bills are at home. And Buffalo played pretty well last week. I did take the under in this one at under 46.5. I think this is going to be a pretty low scoring game. And I don't know, 46, it's not a super high total. It's like the second highest of all four of the games, I think. So yeah, I have the Bills plus 1.5 and then the under at 46.5. I think it's going to be a low scoring game that Buffalo wins by like 4 points.
Well,
here we go.
At the cost of jinxing us, I also am going Bills.
Oh no!
Oh no!
You're telling me I can choose Josh Allen over Bo Nix in a playoff game? I will do that. Thank you very much. I don't want to turn this into too much of a Broncos hate thing because I already have two people over here that are pretty good at doing that, considering their allegiance to their current team.
Oh yeah.
However, they just pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I should like them. They have an awesome defense, and Sean Payton's coaching the offense. This should be fun. But then I watch Bo Nix play football, and his ass will average 5.2 yards per attempt for 3 quarters of the game. And then all of a sudden, it's like, what if I threw the ball down the field and it worked? It's like, why don't you do that before then? Yeah. And it pisses me off. So instead, I'm going to just pick Josh Allen, which is probably the smart thing to do. And if so be it, if I'm wrong this week, I will certainly pick against the Broncos next week, regardless of who they play.
Bo Nix legacy game incoming now.
And if that happens, so be it. He just better do it normal.
Yeah.
This Buffalo team destroyed. I know it's a year ago, but the Bills did destroy.
Oh, they whooped that ass real hard, and it's a different team in a different situation. But yeah, I'm not picking against Josh Allen in a playoff game against a team that I don't think is actually that good, despite being the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing it. If I'm wrong, so be it. Casey, you were also muted, just so you know.
My bad. Sorry
about that. I could tell you were trying to talk, and I was like,
yeah, sorry. No, I lost my train of thought there anyway. So let's go ahead and get into this next game, 8 o'clock Eastern. Niners at Seahawks. Line opened at 6.5, it opened at 5.5. It went up to 7.5, and now it's at 7. I took the Niners plus 7 in this one at this point. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're making games out of nothing. I don't know who we even have on defense at this point anymore. You don't ask me who's playing linebacker. Don't ask me who's
Eric Hendricks, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Don't ask me who's playing defensive line. I don't know, but they're going to show up. There's going to be bodies on the field. And the last time Brock Purdy played Seattle in the playoffs, he went off. And I'm just hoping that Ricky Pearsall's back and he just has a legacy game. And then all of a sudden we're in this one. And I'm hoping a Sam Darnold playoff collapse is in the mix there as well. So Niners plus 7. Let's see it.
I think that's a fair thing to expect. And that's why I'm taking Niners money line at plus 280. Yeah, I don't care who's on the defense. Robert Saleh is going to have Sam Darnold seeing ghosts.
That's who's playing defense for us.
Yeah. Honestly, probably should. Honestly, how many injuries? I'm sure he's asked. Wouldn't surprise me if he's asked. He's like, hey, can I just go play safety on third down? Yeah. But yeah, I just think that I just refuse to believe the Seahawks team is that good. And also, yeah, Sam Darnold. I think that's all that really matters. And at the end of the day, I think the Niners still have enough pieces together, even without Kittle. They have enough pieces together to eke out a win. And they're going to get blown the fuck out in the conference championship game by whoever they see.
Yeah, and we have Juwan Jennings, who's an amazing quarterback. So if Purdy goes down, we have a backup quarterback in play. So
we got Max still.
No, we got Juwan Jennings is who we got. Jake, what do you got for this game?
I think we're at least so far we're all on the same page because I'm also going Niners money line. So I'm sorry to jinx this for you, Casey.
No, I'm just imagining all of us being on the same
picks. 80 on this, there's a few. One, this is what the Niners do every year. Like they upset a team in the wild card round and then win in the divisional, and then they're either going to go to the Super Bowl and lose in a close game, or they're going to get blown out in the conference championship. But they win games like this. Like they always win playoff games like this, and we all know what Sam Darnold is going to do on Saturday night. Like I want to be a Sam Darnold believer so bad, but I have a hunch that he's going to go out there and throw like 3 interceptions. So I'm going to go with the Niners. Plus 280. I know they're super, super injured, but even being super injured all year, they still had a chance to win the division at the very end of the season. They're not that much worse on paper than the Seahawks team. So I don't know. At 280, I just feel like that value is too good to not take that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have them upsetting the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks win this game, but I do have them at +7. I know that Sam Darnold is the quarterback, and there's a chance that playoff Sam Darnold is the 4th best quarterback in this game. So, and I'm talking about Juwan Jennings, who's the 3rd best quarterback.
Who is the Seahawks backup?
Oh God,
no, it's Milrow, right?
Well, I don't think he's the actual backup. I think that someone else is the actual backup, but I forget. Is it Drew Lock a second time?
It is Drew Lock.
Yeah,
that is right.
I'm surprised I remember that, but that's right. So maybe the 5th. No, he's still probably better than Drew Lock, but I don't think Sam's going to have to do a whole lot. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to try to make sure that he doesn't have to do a whole lot. I think they're going to try to rely on the ground game against the Niners defense that simply doesn't have any juice left as a defense. I think they'll hit a couple plays to JSN that Kubiak cooks up, and I think that's kind of all they have to do because I didn't do it for my parlay, but I would probably take the under in this game also. This Seahawks defense is just really fucking good.
Yeah.
It just is. And I think a Niners team that is as beat up as this one is without Kittle, who they didn't have in Week 18 either, I think that really affected them a lot. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if they can score enough points if the Seahawks can run the ball well and just keep control of the ball. I think they know that Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold as much as they have enjoyed the season with him, and he's done very well. I think that their mission will be, Kubiak's mission will be to try to take as much pressure off of him as possible. And that will probably result in a game that's closer than it should be, realistically, if you look at these teams on paper, but one that they can still win. But I think the Niners keep it close to the end, and they just run out of gas, essentially, at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think where this can get bad for the Niners if the Seahawks just say screw it and stick with their game plan and don't try to protect themselves against Sam Darnold, as weird as that sounds. And in that Week 18, they just ran all over us. I think they had 180-something yards rushing.
Right, and that's kind of the point is I think that they know that they can move the ball on this team, on this defense, by not having to ask Sam to do a whole lot. Yeah. So why change it until they prove otherwise?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what to expect in this game. I mean, it's just
you could tell me a lot of things happen.
Yeah,
all right. So,
yeah.
Sam threw 7 interceptions and died at halftime.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sucks for him.
Yeah. So
Bryce Huff had 7 sacks in the first quarter.
If we get 1 sack this game, I will be super happy.
Yeah, it's probably a good goal to have at this
point. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Sunday. The 3 o'clock game, 3 Eastern, Texans, Patriots in New England. I have the Texans +3 in this one. I know I just talked crap about CJ Stroud, but that defense is just unreal. I mean, it's one of their better defenses they've had in a while. I would say. I know that's after they had J.J. Watt and all them, but this defense is just suffocating. And there are times where the Patriots don't look that great on offense. And I hate to bring this up because I know I was so against it, but I know they didn't really play too many great teams And when they did play the good teams, they didn't look too good. So I'm taking Texans +3. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I think the Texans can get another defensive touchdown in this one, honestly.
I like it. Yeah, I'm also taking Texans +3, mostly because I just didn't like the value enough on the money line to straight bet it, even though I do think the Texans probably win this game. Just because at the end of the day, like you said, we got to look at like what the Patriots have looked like whenever they've played anybody good against teams that made the playoffs this year. They are now, including the Chargers game, they are now 3-1, 3-2. They are 3-2 this year.
Yeah.
And the best team they've played is probably the Bills twice. And they're 1-1 in those games. The other 3 playoff teams they played were all eliminated last weekend.
Yeah.
I think that says a lot. Yeah, they're just, they only scored 16 against the Chargers, which is kind of pathetic considering how bad that Chargers team is beat up. Like, the Chargers defense is solid, but it's, an above average NFL defense.
Yeah.
If you're going to be at this point in the playoffs, if you're going to be one of the top 8 teams left, you should be able to score 2 touchdowns against the Chargers. I don't know. And if you can't do that, what are you going to do against the Texans? I just don't see a way that they score more than maybe 13 against Houston.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm going with the Texans money line at +150. I just kind of along the same lines as what Dalton said. I don't fully trust the Patriots offense in the playoffs yet. And the Texans defense is the best one of all the teams remaining. I think it might be the best single unit on all 8 of these teams left. It was just dominant against, and granted, the Steelers offense has not been the most threatening unit in the league this year, but
really,
but Houston shut everything down. They run the rush the passer well. They don't get beat over the top. They don't miss tackles. And I know CJ Stroud didn't look great last week. He probably had one of the worst quarterback performances of the wild card round, but he's got 3 playoff wins now under his belt, and I just have to see Drake May do it. So I'm taking the Texans at +150.
Man, am I the only one taking the Patriots -3? I guess. I just think that the Patriots are a really good team. I think that they are. I think that they're well coached. I think they're well built considering the talent they had to work with this offseason. I think Drake May has been phenomenal this year for the most part. My biggest concern, and I don't know if we have an answer on this yet. I don't think we will have an answer until closer to the game. But the Texans offense scored 16 points, technically, against the Steelers. And they really should have scored a lot more than that. And it's because CJ Stroud absolutely shit his pants. And I just don't know if that was some weird one-off situation. I don't know if it's something to do with the center situation because the snaps were not very good. And he just I don't know if it's just a one-off thing. I don't know. But that Patriots defense whooped that ass against the Chargers. I know the Chargers offense has struggled at times this year, but Justin Herbert had the worst game I've seen him play in a long time. And I think if that Patriots defense shows up again, the difference between the offense of the Texans and the offense of the Patriots is going to be much bigger than the difference between the Texans defense and the Patriots defense. That's what I'm most concerned about for the Texans. Is the defense might only give up 17 points, but are the Texans going to score more than that against this Patriots defense without Nico Collins potentially? By the way, that's a problem because I know Christian Kirk had a fucking 200 yards against the Steelers. He's not doing that against the Patriots. I promise you that much. They're gonna cover that guy and not leave him just run free down the middle of the defense all the time. I just don't know if the Texans have the horses on offense, especially Collins is out. to keep pace with the Patriots. So I will take them -3 at home.
Yeah, and I think like he's at the point in the concussion protocol where like it's literally going to be the day of that we know.
That's what I'm saying. Like
because they played on Monday.
If he can't go,
Yeah.
I just don't know if
I feel like he's not going to be able to go.
I don't think so either. But like if that's the case, like you're relying on the rookie receivers and Christian Kirk to be the weapons for a struggling quarterback, but I just don't know, man.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's understandable with that one. So yeah, finally we have some difference in our picks. I think this is the first time we weren't unanimous.
In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. So, all right, last game. Rams Bears. This is going to be a great one. It's in Chicago. I'm not sure what the weather is going to be like on that day, but I know today it was just snowy and miserable there, and I don't know how well the Rams are going to travel. That I know it's one of those things.
Stafford's used to it back in. Well, I don't know if he is really.
I mean, he played the NFC North for years.
He did.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I have over 48.5 in this one. I don't know what Bears team's going to come out as far as if they can win it or not, but I like the over in this one. I think both teams can score. The Bears love to give up a lot of points, and the Rams defense took a little bit of a decline since not a little bit. It has declined a lot since the beginning of the season due to some injuries and just natural wear and tear of the season. So I'm taking over 48.5.
Man, Casey, we are really today. I am also taking over 48.5. I do think that the Rams are probably going to win this game. Just didn't like the value on anything.
Yeah.
There, because I think it is going to be fairly close. But at the end of the day, I just think that this is going to be a quarterback duel, and I'm going to take the vet and Stafford over Caleb Williams. I just think that Stafford's a little more consistent in what he does, whereas Williams, the great plays look great. There's still some times where it's like, he's trying to do something incredible and it just doesn't work. Because he just has too much faith in his arm, and like I don't think the receivers are ready for some of the throws that he is making. Like you can tell, like they're just not expecting the ball because they don't know how it would get to them, and then he finds a way to get it to them, and they're just not ready for it. I think the Rams are going to win a close one, but this is by far the best game this week.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I'm glad it was the nightcap of the weekend, so it should be a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the Rams -3.5. This one was honestly the one I debated on the most because the Bears kind of almost in the same way that the Broncos do, just somehow win every close game. I think
they do it honorably though, Jake.
Yeah,
they do it honorably in my opinion.
They do
more SEC than the Broncos do. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Bears, they have a team of destiny feel, but I think the Rams have just been here and done that. And, McVay and Stafford have been here and done that. And I think that might be too much for a rookie head coach and a second-year QB. But I don't know. I mean, it was real tough for me to not take the Bears money line because, I mean, plus 168 I think is decent value for how good they've been this year. But I feel like the Rams just have more comfortability than this at this type of stage. So yeah,
for sure. I mean, I think it's pretty clear. Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, if they're together for the next 5-10 years, they're gonna get there. They're gonna get over the hump.
For sure.
I just think it's a little early.
Yeah. Shane, what do you got?
That's kind of my exact point too that I was going to make is I think this Bears team is really good right now, but I think that they're very volatile, and I think that there's a chance that not that it might be necessarily this bad, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a similar outcome to the Commanders championship game last year with the Eagles, where it's they're just a year early and clearly outmatched, and it just doesn't work out. Because I think part of the problem for the Bears right now is that their defense is just so hit or miss. Like with Jalen Johnson back, the coverage is a little bit more consistent, I think, and Byard is still there as a safety to kind of help keep the lid on things. But they just can be beat, frankly, at times in the middle of the field, especially. And with the slot corner situation where the guy's banged up, and I can't think of his name right now because I never can when it matters. But he's good for them. He just is banged up right now. Like I just feel like the Rams are going to find a matchup and just exploit it constantly.
Yeah.
Against that defense. Yeah. I have Rams minus 3.5. I think they get it done. I think they win by a touchdown, roughly. I think the Bears will be able to keep it close or rally back and just not quite be able to finish the job. I think the pass rush for the Rams especially can be an equalizer. Caleb has been so good at avoiding sacks this year, almost to the point where it's insane, like that it almost doesn't make sense. But I think eventually they'll get to him enough times to kind of keep him in check and end the game. So,
yeah, I like that. Yeah, Bears fans just this might not be the year, but
I think it's coming. It's
coming. You're gonna have your year. You have your quarterback. You have your coach. Like this is like I said with the crops of new quarterbacks, he's going to be one of them that's great for the foreseeable future. So definitely in good hands. All right, parlays. For the NFL, anyone have one? I know I just took all 4 of my picks. Niners, all four
this week, guys. We got a special one.
Yeah. Niners +7 over 48.5 of the Rams Bears, Buffalo Bills money line, and Texans +3. All of that together is at +1390.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I took the money line parlay. I just took the money line for all 4 games for my parlay. So I took Rams money line at -198. Texans money line at +136. Those are the ones that I didn't feel good enough straight betting, but I'll throw them in the parlay. Niners money line, that's the big one. And then Bills money line as well. Those 4 picks all parlay together at +24.99.
Oh yeah, that's a nice number.
Yeah, and I got it boosted till I got like a 25% parlay boost too, so I'm at like +3,000.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Hopefully, I can actually hit this week and not go 5 of 6. God, that pissed me off so much. At least it was early enough where
it didn't matter. But
I got tempted on some cash outs, and I don't know. It was only getting up to like 20 on the cash out on like a $5 bet. I'm like, we're gonna let it ride.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles.
They stink.
Yeah. Tanner McKee time. Jalen Hurts needs to be run out of time.
Well, I've heard recently that the Eagles will look to trade McKee this offseason to a team looking for a quarterback.
That makes sense. I mean, they should, but also the Eagles are a team looking for a quarterback.
Don't tell them that. They don't believe that for 1 second.
No, I know they don't.
Instead, Kevin Patullo will be dragged through the streets of Philadelphia.
Yeah. All right, Jake, you got a parlay for this week?
Yeah, I just threw all my picks together. So I had the Bills +1.5, and then the under in that game. I had the 49ers money line at +280, Texans money line at +150, and then the Rams -3.5. The odds for that came out to +5,566. So mostly carried by the +280 and the +150.
Yeah,
so those do have to hit, but $5 would pay $278. So
nice.
Yeah,
right.
Solid. Shane,
so for me, I got Bills money line, Niners +7, Patriots -3, Rams -3.5, all together at +1235.
Oh yeah, pretty nice. All right, so that is the NFL. Now we have some coaching vacancies. Not just some, we have a ton of coaching.
9.
Yeah, and
JJ McCarthy amount of NFL head coach opening.
Yeah, that's just 9.
Yeah, just 9.
But yeah, so we had some pillars of the game go down. Tomlin, Harbaugh. So Shane,
Mike
McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel.
Sorry, I forgot about Mike McDaniel. So Shane, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about some coaches and what you might think could happen this year. I can't say it right. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say.
But go ahead and kick us off here. Yeah.
Anyway, So you can bet these if you want. This is a betting show, and you can bet on all these coaches, I believe, at this time, at least in some degree. Some of these will be the favorites, to be honest with you. I did not look up the odds per se for these coaches. I'm just kind of going off of things that I've seen and heard, since, covering the Dolphins and Steelers. I covered 2 of these 9 openings and been paying attention to what other teams are looking at and interviewing and all that good stuff. So I think I have a decent idea. Some of this is kind of just vibes also too. So let me start with – I'm actually going to start with the Cardinals here. I think once the Bills are out of the playoffs, whenever that is, I think that they're going to look to target Joe Brady. I think they want to bring in an offensive head coach. I think that because the Cardinals opening is in a very weird spot, they might lose out on some guys that they're interested in, and they might end up kind of waiting on seeing if they can get with someone like Joe Brady potentially, if he continues to do well in the playoffs for the Bills with that offense struggling with not having receivers, right? I think he could end up being a guy who gets a job late in the process because of that. And if that's the case, I think it'll be the Cardinals that do that. Ravens, yeah, right.
Ew.
Yeah.
Because that means Kyler Murray is back.
Probably.
And, that's just gross. I do think Joe Brady is one of the more overrated offensive coordinators in the league.
He's got some stuff, but I just can see the Cardinals doing that.
That everything about that just ick.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it, but it's what I felt was going to.
Oh yeah, I definitely can see it.
Yeah, Ravens. I think Minner is going to be the guy ultimately. It just makes too much sense. Not another, but a guy that's a defensive mind. I think that's the direction they want to go. They want to have someone come in and be that type of coach to help their defense that has struggled a lot recently due to injuries and other things, try to sort that out while they bring in someone hopefully to run the offense for Lamar, have kind of him do a lot of the heavy lifting there. I think is probably what they think they can get away with him being an MVP quarterback. Titans, God, I unfortunately think this is Nagy's job, man. I think that Matt Nagy's going to get this job, and I feel for Titans fans, man.
I feel for Cam Ward.
Yeah, I just don't believe. There's a lot of retreads that I don't typically love. He's certainly one of them. His time in Chicago will not be remembered fondly, is all I'm saying, and has not been so far. But I do feel like that's where it's heading. And if not him, unfortunately, there's another retread that might be interesting for them, and that's Arthur Smith. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So might be bad.
I have more hope for Arthur Smith there, I think.
Which is not good. It's not good that you think that, though, Jake. Yeah, that's not a positive for the Titans.
He actually might, thinking about it, I think he could actually, corral Cam Ward a little bit with maybe offensive play style. It also might just nerf Cam Ward.
That is the kind of inherent. That's kind of the inherent problem. Yeah. Yeah. If only he could just have Ryan Tannehill cloned.
Yeah.
Anyway, Giants, it's going to be Harbaugh, basically. I mean, they've pretty much said, we'll literally give you the world and everything at your feet if you coach for us. I think he'll take his interviews elsewhere that he said he will do, but I think it's a formality. I think he's going to be the coach of that team.
Yeah.
And I don't love it. Yeah. Frankly, I don't really get the whole thing with him. I understand the success he's had and how long he's been doing this, but I just don't know if he's the coach you hire for a quarterback that you really need to work out and is already kind of teetering because of his play style. I don't know if you want to bring in a guy who may struggle to hire coordinators well. I don't know. If he brings Monken along, I do like Monken still as play caller. I think that could be fine, but I don't know. We'll see with that. Falcons, I think this is where Kevin Stefanski lands on his feet. I think that it makes a lot of sense in general. I think that he would at least entertain the idea of trying to make Penix work out, which is something they desperately need once he's healthy and back. They'd want to make that work. I think that's still something they're trying to do. And if he doesn't, he's a guy that they'll probably feel comfortable taking a quarterback in 2027 or whatever it is to try to work out. So I think that that's where he ends up landing on his feet. The Raiders. I don't know how you guys feel about this opening and what you think they're going to ultimately do. But I struggled to find a place for this coach, and I feel like there is things about it that make sense.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not for bad reasons, Jake. Don't worry. It's not for bad reasons. I think this is where Kubiak might land. I think the prospect of him having a number one overall quarterback who I think would fit well with what he wants to do offensively and what he's shown with Seattle. You have an explosive young running back. You have an offensive line that if Colton Miller is back and you add some pieces to it, might be able to rebound from what you had last year.
JPJ is allowed to play center.
Right. Obviously, that's a huge thing. Please let that man play center, for God's sakes. If you can get a couple more pieces or just insert guys back into the lineup that should be playing where they are, right, where they should be playing, I think he would be interested in coaching that offense, right? You still need to find a true, and technically Bowers will hopefully be the top target, but like an actual outside wide receiver that you feel comfortable with. That's something you still need to figure out. But in general,
had one and then traded him
right?
for a fourth-round pick.
There you go. But I think that opening could end up having more juice than people think, especially if Kubiak has ended up being interested in it. Dolphins, I think it's going to be Jeff Hafley, which I'm very lukewarm about. I've heard from some people that I know that know him very well that he's kind of whatever as a coach overall. It's more of like a charisma type. The kind of I think he'll end up being a defensive mind, but more of a CEO type ultimately is where he lands. And I just don't know if I love that for the Dolphins and for Hafley, frankly. But the Packers ties make sense. They just hired one of the front office people from the Packers to be their new GM. Ties are there. I think that it's going to just end up be what happens because they wanted Harbaugh, not getting Harbaugh. And I think they're going to land on Hafley. The Browns, you mentioned him earlier. Mike McDaniel is my pick for the Browns. I think that's where he's going to land on his feet. I think he'll entertain offensive coaching jobs or offensive coordinator jobs from around the league. But I think ultimately he wants to be a head coach. I think he wants to remain in that seat. And I think that he will take a job if one is offered to him. And I could see him being totally fine with Jim Schwartz staying as defensive coordinator, which is a big part of this. I think that that's something that the Browns would very much entertain. So I would kind of peg him there. We'll see if he wants to do that or if they want to do that, but I wouldn't be shocked.
I love that fit. And honestly, if you want to try to make Shador Sanders
there it is.
Isaiah Bond work,
there it is.
That is the guy you hire.
That's true, but I don't think they worry about that. But I think that it's fair to say.
Yeah.
And then my Steelers. Wow. Didn't think I would be talking about this anytime soon. Maybe in my lifetime. Mike, I might have coached till he was 100 if he wanted to.
Yeah.
No, but I think there's two names that stick out, and it was actually the first two people that they requested to interview. Both fit a lot of the qualities that they used to look for in a head coach, 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Okay. But I think that they both make sense. They come from a program that the Steelers very much probably respect. That is Chris Shula, the defensive coordinator for the Rams, and the pass game coordinator, Nathan Schillhouse from the Rams, are the two names that I would watch there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Shula with the defensive head coach background. They like that in Pittsburgh. Obviously, the last three guys have all been that type of coach. That's the only three they've had since 1969. So not a huge sample size, but that's what they've been doing. Also a hot name, somebody who has pedigree in the NFL, obviously with the last name Shula. Take that for what you will. Rooney will certainly care about that because that's something he would care about. And just kind of fits the overall profile of a younger defensive coach. And then Schillhouse, if they want to go offense, he's mid-30s. They've hired the three coaches they've hired in the last 50, 60 years have all been under the age of 37. Schillhouse is 35. I think he fits a lot of the qualities they look for as well. I just don't know if they'll go offense. That's kind of the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I like Schillhouse. The 2 years of coaching experience does scare me a little bit.
At least in the NFL, but he's been an offensive coach of some kind for about a decade or so now.
I like the idea of going a little more offense centric.
Me too, but I just don't know.
I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah.
I like those.
How old is Shula, by the way?
Just under 40, I think. I think he's like 39, 40, I think.
So is he a grandson?
He's the grandson of Don. Yeah, he's Don's grandson. And I think his dad is it Mike Shula?
Mike Shula, former Alabama head coach.
Yes.
Mike Shula.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't that actually makes a lot of sense. I think that makes more sense than you don't think there's any chance they go after Brian Flores?
I think Flores ends up getting close to getting a job this cycle, but he ends up back as defensive coordinator for a combination of reasons. But I think if it's not Shula and it's a defensive guy, I do think it would be Flores.
Yeah.
I think they'd be deciding between those two, honestly.
Yeah. But at that point, I feel like all you're trying to do is make Mike Tomlin
in the aggregate
15 years younger.
That's exactly what they want to do. Yeah, they would love if they could just hire Mike Tomlin 20 years ago right now, they would do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they try to do. So
Which does feel like Brian Flores a lot.
Kind of. Yeah, a little bit. More creative, but still same idea. Jake's like, kill me.
No, the Raiders are getting Flores, and we're going to get him and Dable, and we're going to do Patriot Way 2.0 because it worked so good 2 years ago.
That's the thing I didn't want to predict because I don't hate myself that much or you two that much. So I didn't do it.
Thanks.
But
I appreciate you thinking of us.
Yeah, I fear for that, though.
Yeah. I did see something from one of your sites today, Shane, on the coaching carousel from the Dolphins fan site on Kubiak. It was a very interesting take on why would the Dolphins hire Clint Kubiak if at that point just keep Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, I'll just say that I didn't write it.
I thought it was an interesting take.
I get where so that is my site expert who wrote that. He writes a lot. He's very big Dolphins fan, obviously. I get where he's coming from, but yeah, I don't know if I fully agree with that. I'll just say that, I understand the premise.
Yeah, I don't think the system's the problem.
No,
I think Mike McDaniel was a little bit of the problem, but also Tua.
Yeah, Tua might be, just throwing that out there, might be the biggest problem, which I have made the argument before that I think Mike McDaniel was a victim of his own success because he managed to make that man look like a franchise quarterback to the eyes of a lot of people. And all he did was
for a minute before his brain became mashed potatoes.
Yeah, and then his legs stopped working and he forgot how to throw the ball for a minute, and it's all just been downhill. So frankly, you could make an argument that if Tua just didn't regress or if they didn't pay him and just found a new quarterback, that Mike McDaniel would probably have his job right now. Yeah. So that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. Also, hard to run an offense that's just predicated on Tyreek Hill being elite forever.
Yeah, and then he's not.
Yeah.
He's not even on the field.
And then Jalen Waddle, who's supposed to be young Tyreek Hill, never plays and isn't as good.
No.
And then you pretty much just have Devon Achane just trying his absolute best every week. Yeah. And it kind of works, but not really. It works when you're playing like the Falcons with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
But not so much when you're playing not the Falcons with Kirk Cousins. So, it's you take it, you leave it, but but that's where I'm at with a lot of the head coach openings. I hope to go about 4 for 9. I think it's fine. I don't know.
That'd be pretty good, but I'm just glad you didn't bring up Salah anywhere. So
I just think he needs some more time to.
He does.
Yeah. He needs to mellow out. You can't be threatening to murder opposing head coaches.
I mean, maybe you can.
I like that energy, but keep him as a coordinator.
Yeah, but you just can't say I will end your life to a coach.
I mean, he did
on camera.
He did do it. So
I don't know. I kind of like
it.
that for my defense.
Apparently you can and nothing happens.
You know what I mean?
Hey, anything that happens on a football field isn't real, Dalton. Don't you know that? You could literally hit someone with your helmet or with their own helmet.
I did hate how few consequences he got for that.
You think?
Because in the real world, you can't just say things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
in any other scenario, you can't just say shit like that.
This is true. But again, once you get inside that stadium, everything goes, man.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, it just gets talked about and then it goes away.
Yeah, you can punch someone in the face as hard as you can, and not even the security in the stadium will come over. The refs will be the ones to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it ain't hockey. We're not playing hockey out there. There's no ice anywhere. Well, maybe there's some on the field.
God, did you guys see that clip from the Hershey Bears game?
No.
So they had they did the thing where the kids play in between periods.
Oh yeah.
And it was a full-on brawl.
What?
Between the kids or the mascots and the kids?
The kids just started fighting.
That's
you know
awesome.
what? But it's
and it was
look up Hershey Bears kid fight.
Kid fight.
I mean, it's hockey, so I kind of expect it.
I just think that's really hysterical. That's awesome.
That's funny. All right. Anyone else have any bets? before we close out this week?
I bet the Steelers are going to hire someone we've never heard of by accident somehow, and it's going to be fine. That's what I bet. You're going to hire like the assistant quarterback's assistant coach of whoever, and I'm like, oh, all right, well,
yeah. It'll somehow work out.
I'll be there for 20 years, and I'll be mad about it at some point during that time.
But you'll get a Super Bowl,
probably,
if history repeats itself,
and it sure does.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, those kids don't even know how to fight yet, though.
No, they're so small.
Those punches have negative force to them.
Just wait, some kids just start flying at
start skating into the pile. That can't be safe.
Great.
No, why were they letting this happen?
I love how 87 on the one team is desperately trying not to fight that one kid for a minute. And he refused to give it up. Was this in Hershey? Is this like Hershey? It would happen in Hershey. God damn.
That's hilarious.
The goalies are out of the. Oh no. Is anyone going to stop this?
I know.
Some of the kids are trying to play the game still.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get the goal.
Get out so bad. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Everyone look that up and watch it. It's
yeah, I bet you should look that up and watch it.
Just search Hershey Bears kids fight. You'll find it very quickly.
It's a great. Can't wait for my algorithm after I search that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and end the show. Like I said, divisional round, national championship. We are all on a lot of the same bets or similar bets. So either next week's going to be really fun or
we're either buying a yacht or we're going to owe someone the equivalent of a yacht. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to be a really great weekend, or get ready for Bo Nix versus Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Don't wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. All right, we'll see.
The anti-Seahawks Broncos Super Bowl from however long ago. The bizarro Broncos Seahawks. Jeez.
From the people that brought you Peyton Manning versus Russell Wilson.
Oh no.
Here is Bo Nix versus Sam Darnold.
Bojangles Nix versus Samuel Adams Darnold.
Shout out Bojangles. It's in the game. All right, that's
it.
Episode 39 in the books. We appreciate everyone watching. Like I said, we'll be back next Wednesday, same time, 9:30 Eastern. Hopefully with some smiles on our faces, but if not, we will be right back at it. Also, Olympics coming up. We will be betting that. So just be ready when football is coming to an end that you will see a lot of figure skating bets. So just be ready for that.
Sure, man.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting the Olympics is a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
February 6th, I think, is when it starts. So let's just be ready for that. Get your start doing your film study of figure skating and curling and all that. So
the only film study I'm doing is the one I should be doing. I don't even do that as much as I should. That's for another time.
Just keep adding to the plate, bro.
Yeah, sure. I need more stuff to do.
Yeah, make sure you get some speed skaters in there.
Yeah, speed skaters.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a draft prospect who's like a legit speed skater at one point.
There you go.
Maybe Keith Abney, if I'm not mistaken. He was like legit like a speed skating world champion, like as like a middle schooler, like high schooler.
Yeah.
I'm just making shit up. That's not true. No, I'm serious actually. This one might be real.
No, I think there are a few guys that do the speed skating that are like athletic outside of like outside of that sport. Yeah.
They're only
that sounded terrible. Let's go ahead and end this one before I get myself in trouble.